Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Epic, and we're back for day 20 of the Purge. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and jump right into this after we break down this car. I was hoping to get some gasoline, but this field over here is a tier 0, so we're going to go ahead and knock it out, because we're just about at 25%, which will give us all of the tier 1s marked on the map. At that point, we will probably stop doing the tier 1 or tier 0s, unless there happens to be one right next to the tier 1s, because the percentage, I think, is doubled for a tier 1 versus a tier 0. And we have the firepower and the melee power to actually do the tier 1s pretty easily. So I think we'll go ahead and switch over to those once we get them all marked on the map, which should be one more tier 0. I don't know what I want to use the general perk book for yet. There's a couple of them I want. Healing factor's not bad. Pack mule is definitely a good one. I want to get to, I think it's level 4 pack mule. Iron gut wouldn't be bad because dysentery is reduced, buffs are increased, food and water usage is decreased. I don't care about holding my breath because I don't really go underwater, but I will think it over as we clear some more POIs. I'm thinking we're probably going to do pack mule though. Pack mule is, well, it's going to open up our inventory slots, but it'll also eventually get us to where we can dump into our vehicle and our NPCs without having to open their inventory. It's not as precise, I guess would be a good way of wording it, as opening the inventory and putting what you want, because it just drops like you would if you hit drop everything into a storage unit. But either way, it's alright. Alright, but we're going to go ahead and head off to the next POI. So, oh, there is a wandering horde over there. We're going to avoid that wandering horde and head off to the next POI, which is going to be this rest station across the street here from us. I don't think, we don't have much in him that's, food and water for emergencies and stuff like that, but nothing we really need right now. Alright, looks like it might be safe to go over there. The horde has all passed. Alright, so let's go ahead and, I don't really want to break down something that strong. Alright. Finish clearing this place. And there is another tier 0, I believe, across the street from here. And we'll go do that next. Oh, that's... yeah, I thought that was our dog for a second. Looked kind of like Mocha. Oh, that hurt. I don't particularly feel like dying today. It'll probably happen because I'm not very good at this game, but I am slowly getting better. I think, well, the last 2 episodes have actually done pretty well on views. We got about 20% of my number of subscribers in views last time I looked. But as long as the views stay up, we'll stay on Purge. If they drop, then we're going to have to either decide to do an actual Rebirth playthrough, like for lack of a better term, vanilla Rebirth playthrough, or we'll find another overhaul that looks like it would be fun. Because I don't want to go back to Darkness Falls just yet. he did release an update that works with the mod launcher and all that. So hopefully, once I do, or when I go back to that, it'll be even more updated and more new stuff, and or at least optimized stuff. But I don't want to do that just yet. I want to go ahead and have some fun with another overhaul. I'm loving this one. I just don't want to keep doing it if the views aren't going to be there. Because if you guys aren't watching it, then I'm not going to record it. I would rather just play it on my own. Alright, but we did hit 25%, so all the tier 1s are now on the map. We're still going to hit some tier 0s today. We're almost to the point where we're going to be able to get the G32 machine gun, which is the next full tier up from the M60. It's going to be awesome. I've seen Woodle playing with it, and he is having a blast with it. We're going to get that soon, but not just yet. Once we get that, then we're definitely going to start doing tier 1s almost exclusively. Alright, but let's go ahead and find another POI, and I'll bring you guys back if we find something interesting or we find the next POI. Alright, well, we were headed to the trader and we came across a wandering horde. So we're going to go ahead and take care of this, hopefully quickly and without incident. But we are definitely low on health, so yeah, I guess we're just going to do it like that. Make it quick and easy. We definitely need to get our first aid production up way higher, because as it stands now, we have next to no first aid, 2 of each, and I'm saving those really for emergencies, just because I don't have the stuff to make any more at home.
But don't expect me to cook it for you.
Let's go ahead and take that first aid kit, and we'll actually use it
is to a scumbag like you.
to get some of our health back. We're going to need some sort of food as well. We'll take some rations and then take a vitamin first. And then we're going to head out to the next POI. So I will meet up with you guys when we get there. Alright, we found this trailer. There's, what, 4 of them on there? 5 of them. Nice. Which is a... I don't know if it was a tiers... It's got to be a tier 0. It didn't pop up anything. And then this is also a tier 0. But these things are pretty easy to clear, and they usually have a decent amount of ammo in them. If I could just keep from getting attacked or getting hit. Alright, so let's go ahead and head out to find another POI, and once again, I'll meet up with you when we get there. Alright, we found our next POI. I don't think there's very many in here, if at all. This one might actually be an empty lot. This one, however, definitely has some. Alright, let's get up here and just shoot them. Oh, nice. That was quick and easy. Alright, let's do one more. And it says this is a POI. We'll have to make sure we mark it out, or mark it off so that... Okay, that's interesting. Crypt is a level 2, so we're going to stay away from it for now. Yeah, this one is supposed to be a tier 0 that we can clear, and it's obviously not. find ourselves a POI that we can clear. I think this is a couple of them in a row up here. Wonder what level this is. If it's a tier 3, we might go through here because we need the gun parts for that G32. Oh no, it's a tier 4. We can't do that yet. We are not ready for a tier 4. It's not on purpose. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and search around. And, hold on. I think that's a tier 0. Yeah, cruise, maybe not. Alright, well, when we find another POI to do, we'll meet back up. Until then, I'm going to be on the lookout. Alright, found one, so let's go ahead and get in here and knock this one out. This place is usually not too bad. I end up using this one relatively early on in the Navezgane map, back when I used to play that map. Now I really don't ever play prefab maps except for like the PEP prefabs. Alright. Should be 2 or 3 up here, 1 upstairs, and then we're done. Oh, I think that's the one from upstairs. Yep, there we go. We are clear. Got a bunch of stuff to sell. Alright, let's go upstairs. Grab the main loot. And, oh, we just lost. Alright, that should be everything there. Alright, so we're going to head home, I think, and drop everything off since it's nighttime. I will bring you back if something major happens or in the morning, whichever one comes first. Alright, well, of course we can't get through the entire night without some zombies. And, yep, of course he can open the door. I really just wanted to get them so that I can get the defensive guy. Let's get her down. There we go. You might be able to get both of the buffers right here and not have to worry about them. Well, I did not take care of all of them, but I took care of quite a few of them. And I think we got the buffer now down, so. Alright. I think we are safe to jump down now. There might be 1 or 2 inside there. Here we go. See, as much as I'm so used to saying yes, we leveled up, it's weird because in this mod you don't want to level up. Nice. He's stuck on something? Why didn't he come in? He's still got the buffer. I thought we took care of all the buffers. We had the purple. And he still does. And Screamer, really? Alright. Well, that's always good. I don't know where she's at. And I don't know how long this gas and everything's going to last, but we're going to attempt to take out some of these guys with our vehicle. That doesn't look like they nice. These guys aren't too nice. Let's try this again. I'm not even really trying to necessarily kill them, but I'm using it as a crowd control because I don't want them to. Oh, now I'm just using it as a way to kill them. But yeah, I don't think that either. He just got out. I was gonna say I don't think that either the boss or the buffer can get out of there, but nice. Come on. Give me my bag. Yeah, doing this is definitely not good for the vehicle, but it's good for my survival rate. I love the way it ragdolls them so far. There we go. I love the rewards from the Death Whisper, but the Death Whisper itself is horrible. At least this early when you don't have any bullets. Alright, let's grab a couple vehicle. There. Oh, firearm. I almost forgot about that. And now we'll hold off on the vehicle, I think, because I want to get that motorcycle, and then I'll be putting this away. It's fun to use on hordes and stuff, but overall it's just not. It's not worth it if I can get a motorcycle, because a motorcycle is going to be better on gas, faster, and easier to deal with off-road stuff. Alright, but we're going to stash everything and then go out and find another POI, so I will meet up with you when we get there. Alright, we found a POI. On the way over here, we did get the motorcycle up and running, so that is pretty awesome. And while we were at home, before we left, we upgraded our gear, so we're now in Tier 5 Lumberjack, so we have a lot more spots for mods, which we did add a bunch of different mods, most of which were just like the ones that I wasn't using, like cooling mesh and things like that. And then I think that might be it. I think we were using the titanium axe already, but if not, we got the titanium battle axe. I think it's a battle axe. It's a titanium, first level titanium axe, which I still think it's kind of funny they call it a titanium axe when we don't have titanium. It's just steel. Alright, so this one is done. Is there anything else that we can take out of here? A little bit. Alright, so we're going to go ahead to the next POI and get this one done. First, we're going to get some gas. Alright. Let's get in here and knock this one out. It's a Tier 2, but I've done this one quite a few times. It's usually pretty easy. Alright. We're definitely encumbered. Well, not encumbered, but in need of more inventory space. Wow, isn't it infested? I don't remember the outside back here being this full of zombies. Oh, nice. Alright. Get some first aid, which we definitely needed. A little bit of gas. Definitely needed that. And then we're going to get all these cobblestone as well, because we need the clay soil. Alright, so on to the next POI. This one's pretty easy. Well, usually. And there'll be 2 more back here. Alright, nothing good. Try to get this inventory taken care of. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab this drop. Yeah, anymore I kind of prefer the bandits over the zombies on those. Alright, anything good? We got some food, a bit of drink, and a injection. Couple mods, not too bad. Alright, so we definitely have a lot to sell. Uh-oh. That means there is probably... It's not letting me pick the right weapon. Probably a wandering horde close by. I don't know why that was so difficult there. Okay, let's get... Yeah, that was close. Way too close. Alright, let's get some of these guys taken care of. They're definitely getting stronger. Alright, let's... We gotta get these big guys down because they keep spawning more little guys. We are running through all of our ammo today. There we go. And let's see. That's it. So the rest is going to have to be with the axe. Alright, so the last couple, I think they're all just regular zombies. Alright, so we're going to clear this up and then we're going to head home to work on the garden. Wow, we are packed. It's the only downside to the motorcycle. Alright, so I need to get some lights out here. To do that, we're going to put something across the top to attach the lights to. But I want to change the way this is set up a little, well, a lot of bit. I can't pick that up. Do I not have a claim block down? Thought I did. Alright, where do I make that? Forge. Let's get the bullet tips and casings started. And a land claim. Nice. I think we're just going to be inhibited by gunpowder at this point. Alright, once we get this claim block down, then we can pick those stations up out there. And we're going to grab, or we're going to throw like a platform here where it sits up higher than the plots or the equipment does. Alright, so we're gonna build that and put up lights real quick, and then I will bring you guys back when we finish. Alright, so this is done. We're going to go ahead and head out to the mine. And, yeah, we're leaving these guys behind. We're going to go get some nitrite and coal. So I'll see you guys in the morning unless I get trapped by a horde. Alright, we're done mining. Let's go ahead and get the charcoal made. Or, gunpowder made and some charcoal, but alright, that stuff is done, so now we are going to clear this POI beside us. Bear here, so we gotta kill it first. Alright, let's go ahead and get in here and see what we're coming into. Come on. I had you brought a bear? That's not fair. Alright. We got one of the boosters down. I think this is the other one. Yeah, it is. Alright, so the 2 boosters are down. Now it's just going to be a matter of getting all these ads, and then we're able to keep away from him for the most part. Alright, there we go. We definitely need more ammo now. But we survived. And what the hell? Oh, I don't have any of the parts in there. Right. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. Hopefully this time without the Death's Whisper. Oh, there is a wandering horde now. Yeah, we're out of here. We'll head home and drop this stuff off and head back. I'll bring you guys back when we get back. Hopefully the horde will be gone by then. Alright, we made it back. The horde is gone, so let's go ahead and clear this place as quickly as we can. I'm definitely liking this titanium axe, but I can't wait till we can get to the beaded titanium because it's two-handed and it'll have a lot more knockdown power. Anybody in here? Oh, took you so long to come out. Alright, let's take care of that infection. Steal the toilets and sinks. And move on. That's the main loot. And I think the last 2. Or no, there might be one in the back bedroom. These guys are such a pain. This one's just tanky. The last one's got too much armor. Anything good? Nothing really. Alright, sounds like the last zombie has woke up. There you are. There we go. And we're done. Alright, so I'll meet up with you guys when we get to the next POI. Alright, so this one should be fun. I did do a quick little, it was one of those little parks that only had one person in it. So it wasn't anything worth taking you guys along for. But I found this place. Oh nice, we're done already. And I know it can sometimes have some decent loot, and I know it has a bunch of cloth and the old cobblestone pallets. So we're going to get those in the clay soil pallets. And then we are going to head to what will probably be the last POI we clear in this episode. Alright, let's get these. Yeah, we got a bunch of cloth from that. We're going to turn it all into bandages. Alright, let's do the last POI we're going to do tonight, or today. And then we'll head home. Overnight, we're going to probably be mining for some more ammo production, getting everything organized, and just basically just trying to get everything situated so that we can start quickly clearing the rest of this biome, because we're already on day 22 and we are only 20, well, this will put us at 28+%. But we, oh, another bear. That's like the third bear we've killed today. Yeah, this one will have a bunch of the pallets that we could use too, so that's going to be kind of nice. Alright, so we've now cleared it. Now we just got to loot it. Alright, but I think we are going to go ahead and call the episode here. So if you enjoyed the video, please click that like button. If you'd like to see more in the future, click subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.